So I'm having a chat with Kelli-Leigh. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Not too bad, thanks so much. So you're here to talk about a new EP. It's a Christmas EP. Tell us a little bit about the release.
So Unwrap My Heart, Jim, is my love letter to Christmas. It's a 4-track EP consisting of 3 original songs and one Christmas cover. I released my first Christmas single, Underneath the Tree, last year, and it did 500,000 streams in 1 month. My first national TV appearances on my own label. So decided I wanted to package that up in an EP this year and release some more Christmas music.
Yeah, absolutely. And the single we've been playing is Unwrap My Heart, which is the title track. Tell us a little bit about that track.
So Unwrap My Heart, I ended up going into the studio last December. It was the day the Underneath the Tree music video dropped, and I was in the studio with Sean Mack and Dom Liu, who are Kingdoms. And I've written with them before. They're amazing guys. And I sort of suggested to them I wanted to write another Christmas record, and they were really excited as they'd never written a Christmas record before. So, yeah, we kind of just went for it. And to be honest, the song came pretty quickly. But then obviously we spent a bit of time leveling up the production on a later date. But otherwise, yeah, it really flowed.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's quite busy for you at the moment because it's not the only track you have out. You have a track out with Hicks as well. Yeah. Oh No You Didn't is the track. Tell us a bit about that one as well.
So Oh No You Didn't is currently trending in Ireland on Shazam and top 40 on radio airplay, which is really exciting. Hicks is an amazing guy. He sort of messaged me through Insta, slid into the DMs. He'd been playing a lot of my music on his show on Cool FM and had been really supportive and sort of said, look, do you want to write something together? And yeah, we got in the studio together and back and forth and some stuff. And then we had some cool songs there, but then he wanted something which was a bit more clubby, and he sent me another instrumental. And then I went in the studio with Louis Ryan, who's a fellow Irishman, and we wrote the Oh No You Didn't top line for Hicks, and yeah, he loved it straight away. So we're really excited to see how well that's doing in Ireland currently.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not the first time you've teamed up with a number of DJs. It's kind of something that you seem to be doing quite recently, and you've even got to the UK number ones with the likes of Duke Dumont and Second City. What's it like when you're working with a DJ like those guys and it starts to do really well and get to number one in the charts?
Well, it kind of depends on who the artist is, to be honest. Some people I've worked with have been absolutely lovely and some haven't. So some haven't even acknowledged my presence when I sang their records. So it's definitely been the highs and lows of the music industry. But yeah, the first person I had the best time with that I worked with was definitely James Hype when More Than Friends went top 10 with my name on it. That was a really great experience and just a really awesome campaign and all the shows we did with it as well. And yeah, and so on and so forth from there. There's been lots of collaborations, but also, you know, women in dance music kind of have to put their names with male DJs because that's also kind of the status quo. And what's really exciting is to see Ray, who's become an independent artist, going in the charts this week, and she's openly spoken about wanting to put music out that is just hers. And you know, the same for me. I released lots of records this year. New Chic, which had my first massive national radio support, a Spotify cover, all completely independent, back, and then Hold On Tonight, and now with my Christmas EP, Unwrap My Heart. Yeah, I'm really proud of my solo journey. And then when you get records like Oh No You Didn't with Hicks, who is just the loveliest person ever, then it just makes it all really fun, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of started off in the music industry as a backing vocalist. Tell us how it got from being that backing vocalist to doing your own stuff.
Well, to be honest, and a lot of people ask that question. It's really interesting. I was always a songwriter since I was a kid. I've been writing songs, and you know, funny story of when I was in year 7, I came joint first at my school talent show with a song I'd written. My parents had produced for me on their 8 tracks. So, you know, I've always been doing that. But then when you come from a working class background, like someone like myself, when you get into the big world of, you know, having to pay your bills and rents when you move out of home and all that kind of stuff, you have to find work which complements your skill set. I mean, I worked at Pizza Hut as a waitress, and I worked as a recruitment assistant before I ended up fully moving into music, and a way I found to be able to support myself and pay my bills was by doing backing vocals and session work, etc. And then when the records that I sang had absolutely blown up, and I had shows coming in from those songs, I ended up setting up my own label and supporting my own artist career through the royalties of those records. So, you know, it's been completely self-funded until this year. I had PRS Foundation support me with the Unwrap My Heart EP, which was incredible. They gave me a momentum fund, which was such a massive nod of support and acknowledgement in the industry that I've been doing well, which came at a really great time. But otherwise, yeah, I've always been an artist, but the BV transition to full artist world in terms of public facing, that was a lot of self-belief and saying no to BV gigs and turning down working with big artists. I got asked to go back on tour with Adele for her 25 tour, and I turned it down because I wanted to take a chance on myself.
And it's worked.
And it's worked, yeah.
Yeah. So what does 2023 hold for you? Are you doing more writing, recording? Are you hoping to be out on the road and touring? What's kind of the plan at the moment?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, 2023, I'm already looking forward to January. It's very exciting. As you mentioned, the Hicks record is doing so well, so I'm kind of looking to re-attack that in January, just after the Christmas period, because obviously I've been focusing very much on the Unwrap My Heart EP. But as we hit the new year, I'll be re-campaigning with Hicks for Oh No You Didn't, and then I've got records coming with Jeff Bays and Marshall Jefferson, and I'll be heading out to LA for some writing as well. Now I'm a Grammy-nominated songwriter on Diplo's album. Forget About Me, which I co-wrote with Aluna, was her single featuring Diplo, and then he put a remix version on his album. So that's been really exciting. So January is already looking quite busy, and then I'll be looking to put my next solo single out around March. It's kind of
amazing. Yeah, and I'm sure you'll be wanting to take your music overseas and things. Is there anywhere that you want to get to that you haven't been to yet?
Oh, yes. I mean, I'd love to do my own Europe tour. I'd love to do some shows in America. I've never done any shows in America that are my own. And, you know, I think the Asian market is absolutely fascinating and absolutely amazing, like what goes on in South Korea and Japan. And it'd be a dream to be able to tour over there. And I've never been to somewhere like Japan. So I definitely would love that something broke through, that I'd be able to get me out there with my songs and my band and my DJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Kelli-Leigh, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Thank you so much for having me, Jim.